This is a tutorial on how to use Photoshop to combine two photographs. I'm going to take a photograph of me and I'm going to put myself in front of a picture of an African safari and an elephant. First you have to go download the pictures to use. Go to our website using Safari. Go to film production. You should see the two photographs that you need to use. There's going to be one of Dr. Clark and one of an elephant. I'm going to first download this one. I click on it to get its full size. Then I hold the control button and click and do save image to downloads. I need to go back and I'm going to find the picture of the elephant. Same thing. Click on it first so it's a full size. Control click. Save image to downloads. Control click is the same as right clicking. Go back. So those are my two photos I'm going to use. Now I'm going to combine them using Photoshop or PS. So PS, if I can't find it, I need to go to the top right in this little tool here and do Photoshop. And it will come up. I press enter. And this is what Photoshop is supposed to look like. If you do not see this background, if you do not see these tools over here, if you do not see the layers, you need to go to Window and make sure they're all selected. So your application frame should be on. That's the background. Window, application frame, window options, window tools, they should all be selected. I need to do file now and open to bring in my picture. To find it, it's saved to my downloads, so I'm going to go up here and try to find downloads. It should be under your favorites too, if this isn't showing downloads. Okay, and I have two pictures here. One is my picture. So I'm going to open that one up. And the other one is the elephant. I want to do a new tab. I want to open up here. So I'm going to go File, Open. And I'm going to open up the elephant picture, which is named a giant name. You will have delays. You see my computer is running slow just like yours. There's a lot of processing in Photoshop. And what we're going to be doing while we wait is I'm actually going to be selecting myself. Okay, so I'm back to this. I select the how to. And here's the picture of the elephant. There's two tabs here in Photoshop. I'm going to click on the tabs. I'm going to click on my picture. And I always go to this default tool, the selection tool. This could move me around. If I want to make the picture bigger, I use Command plus 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 to make it bigger, zoom in. Command minus 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 to zoom out. Okay, what I want to do is I want to select myself and copy and paste my picture into here. Excuse me. So to select, I go to this selection tool, which is 4 down. 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like this. It's a pen with little dots around it. If the magic wand tool was selected, you need to hold down on it and select the quick selection tool. Then I need to go to this plus button here because that's selection. I look at how big this circle is. If I want to make it bigger, I can make it bigger here. If I want to make it smaller, I can make it smaller here. When you're selecting, you want to select from the inside out, meaning I don't want to go near the borders of myself. I want to start and click and hold, and it's going to do the work for me. So I just go and kind of trace my body. I'm going to be able to go back if I need to and undo the other parts. So I'm selecting myself, my whole self here. Okay, I'm selecting. You see it goes a little out of it. I'm going to then go to this minus button and deselect the areas where I don't want it to be selecting. Okay, and you see how it needs to get really fine here. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to be pushing Command and plus 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 to zoom in close. Zoom in close to the Command plus plus plus. I'm going to get a finer tool, so I'm going to make it smaller. Make sure I'm on minus. I'm deselecting. I'm trying to trace around my actual fingers themselves. Okay, it does not need to be perfect for this. On your actual pictures, you can spend a lot of time to make it perfect. Okay, so I'm trying to trace. You see I need to add, so I go to plus to get the end of my thumb here. Okay, I'm just clicking one at a time now on my thumb, and it's kind of filling in the blanks. I need to go minus and make sure it's deselected in between these fingers here to add some separation. You see my pinky isn't selected. Okay, so I'm just going back and forth and doing this. Minus on these sections below my arm. Okay, so it deselects that. Get it pretty good. I move over. This hand, same thing. Make sure it's on minus. deselecting in between my fingers. Deselecting in between my fingers. Okay, you can erase later when we do the other mode too, so you'll be able to see I do that in a minute. So I go Command minus to zoom back out, Command minus minus minus, you'll see the picture zooms out. Okay, my program's frozen for a second, taking time to think, and then it will go back. Oops, you see it went minus too far in advance, so I need to go back to the plus. Okay, so I'm going to reselect these areas that it deselected. Okay, to make sure my shirt is selected. Okay, then I also want to deselect this area up here for the tree, somehow got selected, and this area above my arm. So I'm using the minus button to deselect there. Remember, if you need to, like on the arm there, I can go back to this plus and I can make it a larger circle. I want to use this move tool again, go Command minus minus minus. Okay, you see it's still selected. There's a couple areas that I want to keep selected. I go back to the quick selection tool, push the plus. I want to select this area here, which got erased somehow. And then I want to deselect this area here. Okay, so it's not perfect. You see how my hands aren't perfect, but I want to take you to the next phase. The next phase is to use this move tool and use Command C for copy, which is going to copy the whole selection, and then Command V as in victory for paste. I click on this other tab to see this elephant, Command V to paste. And so you'll see me pop up over this. It's going to create a new layer down here. And then that's how you're going to import this picture from this one, Command C, to this one, Command V. Okay, so there you go. It popped up on top. I'm using this move tool. I need to make sure I'm on the proper layer. I'm going to move myself to try to make it look as real as possible. My fingers aren't good on this one, so I'm just going to drag it out of the picture. I'm actually going to drag myself completely over here, and it looks pretty good naturally right now. You see I cut off my ear here. My fingers look a little odd, but that's okay. Okay, so then I do that. If I needed to resize it, I would use the Command T form. Command T for transform. I hold down Shift while I'm moving it bigger or smaller to try to get it to be an accurate size. I do like it a little bigger like that. Okay, so then I click Enter to lock it into place. The last thing I need to do is to do image adjustments and change my brightness and contrast to try to make it look like this back layer. You see it looks like a little darker. To me, I'm going to increase the contrast a little bit. And so I think that looks a little more natural. I can also click on the background layer and adjust its brightness and contrast to try to make it match the front. So bring down the brightness a little bit. And that's just all feel for how you think it looks. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to file, save as, and I need to save it as a JPEG. It naturally saves in the Photoshop format. I want to change it to JPEG, which is something you can post on your blog. I'm going to change its name, Clark Safari. Okay, it's saving to my downloads. I see the size, high, 8 is fine. I click OK. And then I'm going to find this picture and post it to my blog. Rewatch this if you have questions about what you're doing. Try it, do your best.